In a time where so many are losing so many of their rights, where the Voting Rights Act is being gutted. As a black woman, as a Dominican woman, as the daughter of immigrants, it is my honor to have run a campaign that centers working people.
We need to have a Democratic Party where working people can look at it and they can see themselves. And in Maria Elisa, in Claire, in Brad, what we see are candidates who understand that it's not just enough to fight back against the cruelty of the federal government's positions and its policies.
Journalists would like a word with him. Where are the free buses? Oh, you mean socialism isn't free after all? New York State's primary elections today are a big test of socialist mayor Zoran Mamdani and his strength against the Democrat establishment. You saw him there with Daria-Liza Avila-Chevalier, and she is one of several progressive candidates Mamdani has endorsed in an effort to push Democrats further to the left. They're going to tip over. Two others, Claire Valdez and Brad Lander, made their final pitches at a rally last night.
I'm a union organizer, an anti-war activist, and I'm a democratic socialist. We have fascists in the White House. We have a climate denier in the White House. We have a racist and transphobe in the White House.
And our solidarity, it doesn't end at the Hudson or at the Potomac. Our solidarity stretches out to Cuba and Venezuela, and it stretches to Gaza.
Lander is challenging Congressman Dan Goldman, who was recently banned from a Brooklyn coffee shop over his pro-Israel views. Poetica Coffee posted this now deleted photo of Goldman with the caption, "They don't know the internet saves this stuff." Oh, goodness. Anyway, hey, Dan Goldman, we see that you stopped by our coffee shop today for a coffee. Do you see how it doesn't taste like genocide juice? Or are you still having a hard time telling the difference? That same coffee shop boasts online about its policy of, quote, radical hospitality. Its website claims the store is open to everyone. Obviously, everyone does not include supporters of Israel. The Justice Department is now investigating. Kennedy.
This is absolutely reprehensible, but totally unsurprising. You know, and of course, these cowards went and took down the post. But you can put in, and the ADL had said, because Zoran Mamdani came out and who was talking about how AIPAC are monsters, and they can say, you know, you can just swap in Jews for AIPAC and you see exactly what he's talking about and what all of these people are talking about. You know, earlier we were discussing in Colorado a middle school student who was repeatedly bullied for being Jewish by his anti-Semitic classmates. And here, you know, you've got anti-Semitism manifest in a liberal coffee shop. They try to take it down because they are absolute cowards. And, you know, I am the antithesis of what these Democrat socialists are. They are anti-freedom, they are pro-big government, but they are also total hypocrites because they are constantly complaining about the government that does such a great disservice to working people because there are too many restrictions and taxes are too damn high. But they only want to make it higher in order to grab more money and more power and extinguish more people's rights. And, you know, they're going to start with Jewish citizens. And as you said earlier in the show, they're going to work their way forward until they marginalize everyone but themselves in their reign of terror.
You know what you just did there, though, and it's so brilliant, as always, with you, Kennedy. Now I understand how they are appealing to both parties. Maybe not so fringe on both parties. They're giving the messages that the things that those parties, the young people in particular, think are missing. That makes sense. Free housing, that hits everybody. Some feel like AI is taking their jobs. Others feel like, you know, they're not making enough money no matter what they do. They'll stay home and live with mom and dad. We've talked about the statistics of that, particularly among young men. That is really fascinating. Doctor.
You know, we're also talking pretty much like the last topic. Gen Zers are just laying there waiting for more freebies. Let's promise everybody everything. Free buses, free supermarkets, right? Also, this is hardly a utopia, to Kennedy's point, or egalitarian when we're marginalizing Jews and we're anti-Semitic. At the same time, we're saying that we're for everybody. My wife, as you know, Dr. Luda, grew up in the Soviet Union, and she talks about this all the time, that there was no motivation to do anything there. They're paying your rent, they're giving you food, but they're not giving you much food, and they're not paying much rent, and you have no incentive to rise the way we do here in the United States, and that's why she left. Hooray to President Reagan.
Really?
Well, forgetting that, so that Gorbachev came in and my wife was able to leave.
Okay. Emily.
Yes. I noticed that all of these Democrat socialists just use a bunch of key words that signals to everyone that they should cheer, right? They say the radical hospitality on the website, but things like the cruelty of this administration. What exactly do you mean? No one pushes back and says, oh, what do you mean by that? What exact policy has been cruel? What exactly has not empowered a voter or, in fact, taken power from the federal government and put it back into a single person's hands? There is zero pushback. All of the identities thrown around. As of this, I feel this way. It's so juvenile to put forth barely any policies other than to say a headline without any explanation how they're going to pay for it. And I posit to them, well, at what point do the taxes then get shoved off elsewhere? Like when your radically hospitable coffee shop does really well and all of a sudden you make $100,000 a year, well, are then you going to be taxed at this really high tax rate and have to give everything away? Will you then complain? Will you then share it? Kennedy and I have a friend that shared with us that when she was at an airport and someone started talking to her about socialist views, she said, great, my drink's on you, and walked away. And to the horror of that, I know, it's so awesome. Because the whole point is, guess what? When it's your money, you actually hate that. Or you don't understand it because it feels like theft. And so all of these candidates here, they do have this backing of this sort of, smiling, exciting person to the left. And it's been raising a lot of algorithm pushes, but there's zero substance. And I'm worried because no one seems to ever ask the question, how are you going to pay for this? And what do you mean that these current policies of this administration aren't working?
And what's my life going to be when I have no value because I'm sitting here waiting for you to feed me?
Yeah.
Haley.
Tonight is going to be really interesting to see if Mamdani's 3 or 4 backed candidates actually win. Because when you look at what they have said in their past, it is a disqualifying resume. Chavalia, one of the women we played right at the very top, wants 0 deportations. So no deportations. And she was pressed by an editorial board. Well, what about a murderer? Should he be behind bars? And she refused to say whether a murderer should be behind bars. So there's that. She also wants to abolish prisons. So you've got that lovely item as well. She's open to non-citizens voting. She's deleted a post where she called America a disgrace. Not only that, she has admitted to using the American flag as a rag to clean her hands. Oh. So there's that as well. Lander, not much better. This guy wants drag story hour with taxpayer dollars. Then you get to Valdez. She wants a trans bill of rights. And then there's a state Senate candidate who has an appalling statement about 9/11 that is endorsed by Mamdani. So this is the slate of who's up. And tonight we will find out, is the Democratic Party here in New York City as radical as Mamdani and beyond Mamdani with these egregious comments? I can't wait to learn. Hopefully by midnight we'll know.
Yeah, I still can't believe they are Democrat socialists. They should just be the socialists.
Yeah, right? The socialists.
Yeah. That's a waste of letters on the T-shirt.
It is.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.